What's up, y'all? Happy Monday to you. See, I know that this is a message that has to get sent out because this is my second attempt to make this video. The first one, I just tried to post and it got blocked due to some copyright stuff. So I have to be careful. But it didn't discourage me. I just feel like that the message that I was trying to put out there, well, that I'm going to put out there, it needs to be heard by someone. But anyway, my topic was, well, is choose to heal yourself, not hurt others. And basically, in the first video, it was like about, it was pretty long, but in the first video, I was telling about, how to, step away from relationships if it gets to the point where, you having dangerous thoughts, or, it's making you crazy, or it's entirely too toxic to be repaired. I've seen so many things go on in the news lately about murder suicides, and it's disturbing, it's sad, it's senseless, and it's it a lot of it, I think, can be, what is that word? Preventable if people seek healing for themselves first before, they let themselves get consumed by relationships. Now, I spoke in the first video I tried to put out, I spoke about how I wish that I could have done things differently, if I was given a chance to, concerning my relationship with my husband now. Because what I did was basically come out of my first marriage, and I got married very young, people. I was 18, and I was stupid, and I just wanted to get out of my parents' house, and my dumb ass should have waited. What I thought I was trading my parents' house for was far worse than, where I was at. And had I listened, I wouldn't have, gotten into the situation I was in. But basically, I talked about my first marriage and how, I was, abused physically, and, I had to cover up bruises, and he tried to kill me. Like, he literally held my life in his hands. And like I said before, I know it was God, and I know I have a purpose for this life, because this was my second time nearly dying. The first time was by my own hands. I tried to take my own life. I tried to commit suicide. It didn't work. It didn't even go right. And thank God for that, and the second time around, my first husband, well, I couldn't say my first mistake, because I always joke, but I'm serious at the same time, where I say that, I don't count that marriage, because it wasn't a marriage. It was basically a getaway that turned all the way wrong. And I know I have a purpose in my life, because, just when I was about to fade to black, he released the iron cord that he had strangling my neck. He released it. So I was able to breathe again. But, you know, truth be told, later on that night, I stood there while he was sleeping in the dark with a big ass knife because I was going to cut him up. But then also, too, back then, that just told me, you know, hey, actually, that goes with what I'm trying to say today. You know, I could have killed them, basically, and I could have gotten away with it for self-defense. I'm pretty sure I could have, because he had hurt me pretty badly. But I value my life, and I always said that I'm too cute to go to jail, you know. So I thank God that I'm able to be here 20 some years later, to be able to, you know, share that, you know, without breaking down or without being ashamed and things like that, because maybe someone is going through something like this, you know. But yeah, y'all probably wondering if my cereal's getting soggy or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. All right, yeah, just a little bit, but yeah, excuse me as I take this bite. But wait, I'm trying. I'm trying not to make them smacking noises, cause I can't stand when people smack their mouth when they eat. So I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to do that. I did it again. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I'm trying. Hold on. Okay, I think it's safe to talk now. All right, but anyway, this is basically tying in to what I wanted to talk about today, because you don't have to let yourself get consumed in a relationship. And that's what I was first trying to bring up when I was talking about my husband now. Okay, we've been married for 18 and a half years. And what I should have done differently is that right after I got out of the relationship, that the first marriage that I was in, I jumped right into it. Like, I got divorced in 2003, and 6 months later, 6 or 7 months later, I got married to my husband now. But see, I knew him from high school. Like, we've dealt with each other since high school or whatever. But then the point I'm trying to make is that I didn't have enough time to heal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came out of a real bad relationship, an abusive one at that. So my mind wasn't all that right. You know, I know God, and, you know, I went to church and stuff like that, but I still never sought therapy, you know, to deal with those inner scars that I was dealing with. And I brought all that baggage into my relationship with my husband. And he also had issues as well, you know. Basically, we weren't ready to get married, but, you know, I got pregnant, and then, you know, then the second baby came 10 months later, and then all of a sudden we kept hearing from people, oh, y'all need to get married. Y'all need to get married. Well, basically from both of our parents, both sets of parents or whatever. So I kind of felt pressured, and I pressured him, and then he buckled under pressure, and then we got married. And we didn't have time to heal ourselves. We didn't have time to get established the way we should have. And that led to us going through cycles throughout the years of, you know, non-communication, infidelity, you know, disappearing acts, disrespect, you know, just all kinds of crazy things. And it was because we didn't have time to, get our lives together individually, and I can account for, my part in the things that went on in our relationship. But this is why I say, to heal yourself before you hurt others. Because if you choose not to heal yourself and you carry your baggage, your old baggage into the new relationships, that load is going to drop, and it's going to drop messy. Stuff going to be spilling out of the luggage. You're going to be having shit in there that it's probably wasn't even yours, but you carrying so much shit, so you assume it's yours, so you grab it and put it in that luggage. So you're carrying all this extra baggage into your relationship, your current relationship, and then that person is doing the same thing, and it's not right. Gotta get rid of the baggage. You gotta heal yourself. Heal yourself in your mind first. Heal yourself in your mind, and your emotions, and then then process on how you want to move. Then y'all can see if y'all feel like y'all are meant to be together, and the relationship is supposed to help you grow. Y'all supposed to build together financially, mentally, physically, if y'all have children, all that stability, all of that stuff, all the illities basically. But if you feel you can't do that, but you choose to stay in a relationship and it's toxic over and over and over again, and one of y'all don't recognize y'all selfish ways, or recognize the damage being done to the children, because the children, they receive everything, they pick up on everything. There are issues why my children are not with us in the first place, and I can get into that a whole nother time. See, if y'all really want to know the real about me, you will check out my page. Just check out my YouTube page. That's if you really rock with me, though. But if you don't, that's too bad. God bless you anyhow. But my advice to all of y'all out there is choose to heal yourself before, not hurt others. No relationship should ever be able to drive you to the point of insanity that you're willingly taking someone else's life. No, it can't be done. That's not self-love, honey. It is not self-love. You don't love yourself enough. That you can't love yourself to throw your life away to take someone else's. That's not love. That's self-hatred. It ain't even about the hate you have for the other person. You're just mad at that person for hurting you. And it's not just young people that's going through it. I had mentioned in the first video I tried to put out about a couple that were at a gas station, and the girl, the young woman, she went and bought 50 cent worth of gasoline so that she could douse her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, douse him with gasoline, and then set him on fire at the gas station. And he died from his injuries. And now she's going to jail for murder, going to prison for life. That's if she doesn't get the death sentence herself. And then There was a couple last week. Well, a woman was out on a date with another man, and her ex came to where she was, and he shot her and then turned the gun on himself. And then earlier this year, an older couple, and I guess from a very affluent community in the suburbs near here, the husband killed the wife and then turned the gun on himself. And it's been done, and I've heard the same stories over and over again. And not only that, but sometimes they kill the whole family. I've heard that a couple of weeks ago, where the husband killed the wife and the daughter and then killed himself. And he was in his 80s. His wife was in her 80s, and the daughter was in her 50s. She was living with them. That is crazy to me. And it's very disheartening. So people, please, if you feel like this relationship is going to drive you bonkers to the point of no return, choose to leave. Choose to heal yourself. Because you'll not only be saving that other person's life, but you'll be saving your own. Don't throw your life away trying to take someone else's. It's not worth it. It's okay to break up. If it's not for you, it's not for you. My situation is different. Someone else's situation is different. But if you feel like you cannot put that time in, or you feel like you can't go each day without feeling some type of hatred towards that person, then you need to go. For real, you need to go. And just, seek God or whoever your, higher power is, and seek therapy. Counseling has been a game changer for me. The counseling is the assistance to God keeping me, and it's been a game changer for me. For real. It has opened me up to things that I've learned about myself, about my marriage, about my relationships with other people, my children especially. But choose to heal yourself, And then if you know and you feel in your heart and you know that it's a God-approved marriage or relationship or whatever, and you feel like you can, you need to fight for it, then by all means, with counseling and seeking, God, then go for it. That's what I did. We're in a better place than we have been in a very long time. Very long time. And I'm not scared to or ashamed to admit it. So, please, I wouldn't be telling you anything that I don't know. It all comes from experience. It all comes from getting knocked on your ass several times until you finally make the right choice for yourself and for others that's affected by your decisions, So, this thing is getting on my nerves. Keep looking at it sitting there. But, just, it's just like a business. You know how when you start your own business and you're given the tools to start it, And you slowly start to see it, manifest and, pick up. But then it has its slow moments. Then it seems like it's stuck and it's at a standstill. But people are encouraging you not to give up, keep holding on. Da-da-da this, da-da-da that, don't give up. This is your baby. This is your thing. You'll see the fruits of your labor. Same thing that people say that's about businesses. Why is it so hard for people to say that about marriages? When things are going at an up and down, scale, or stuck, or, you have some rocky moments. You ever notice that people are so quick to tell you, oh, you need to get a new boo in. Oh, do this, do that. So you're saying that I can hold on to this business and not give up. But you're telling me and I invested in my money, my time, my energy into the business. But the same thing that I did with my marriage, invested time, money, energy, kids. You're telling me it's easy for you to tell me to give up because it's a person, but I could do that for a business. Why don't people build up marriages like that anymore? Like, I put time into this, and it's not for everyone. Don't get me wrong. It's not for everyone, but for me, it's different. I don't care what it looked like to other people. I did it God's way. How he had for me to be. Even though when people was telling me I was crazy for sticking with him, and people was telling him he was crazy for sticking with me, and we come back together and stuff like this and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. If I had to listen to everybody that said that, I noticed that a lot of time the people that tell me that be miserable in their own relationships, or they're going through something in their own relationship. And it's like misery loves company. But they get mad when, you choose to work on what is for you. It may not have looked like it at the moment, but he know me and I know him. And we know God. That's the important thing. So, it's for it. Every relationship isn't the same. So I'm not telling you to do exactly what I'm doing. You have to do what's best for you. But as long as it's making you truly happy, do you know, I love being with my husband. I tried to be single. I really did. I really tried to be single last year. I really tried. But I'm just not for the streets. I am just not for the streets. That was in my teenage years. I did all of that in my teenage years. I am not for the streets. And I really tried to be. But if you know, you know. But choose to heal yourself, man. Choose to heal and not hurt others. Because, like I said, you could be saving not only that person's life or other people's lives. The most important life you're saving is your own. If you have to break up and it hurts, it's okay to feel the hurt. It's okay. But don't stay in it to the point where it turns bitter and it turns ugly. That's when you need help. So, I hope that someone was encouraged by this today. I thank y'all for the ones that really truly rock with me on here. You know, like I said before, it doesn't matter about the numbers. You know, they will rise. But, you know, I do this because I want to. Like, I feel like I have things to say to help people. And like I said, I almost died twice, but God wouldn't let it be so. So I know I have a purpose on this earth. So, you know, just take what I said. Just think about it. Think, if even if it's just little pieces that you agree with and not the whole thing, just take it and just be encouraged, or encourage someone that you think should hear this, and just, you know, tell them to love on themselves. You know, the heal, just heal. So I'm about to get off here because I gotta get dressed and get ready to head on out. But and eat my halfway soggy cereal that y'all probably been staring at like, like, yeah, it's good though. But I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I hope y'all have a blessed week. I'll be back on here probably sometime tomorrow. If not, it's going to be a pretty busy week, but I will make sure I'll be on here probably tomorrow. I think I'll make some time tomorrow. But y'all take care, man. And just thank you to my support team, my village. You know, my husband, my kids, my parents, you know, my sister. Thank God for, you know, our relationship going back in the right direction. So I'm grateful for that. It's you know, I have an attitude of gratitude, you know, so I'm very happy. And I'm learning to, well, I've always learned that I've always appreciated the small things, but I'm very, very grateful for where I'm at now, because I know that it's only the beginning, and I already know that there's so much more in store for not just me, but for my entire family. So the Davises, the Baileys, you know, the Williams family, let's all get it, you know. We in it to win it. But anyway, let me get off of here for real. And I will talk to you soon. Love ya. And until then, take care and God bless.